Okay, we're looking here at ABC News. What's today? The 2nd of April. Australian Broadcasting Commission Online News. We're reading about hand sanitizers. Many hand sanitizers are ineffective against coronavirus, experts warn. And the article is written by Rani Sadler. You can't get hand sanitizer out this way. You can't get medicated soap out this way. You can't get toilet paper out this way either. We're different though. We shop so rarely that we always have to stock up anyway. So we have plenty of toilet paper. Many hand sanitizers are ineffective against coronavirus, experts warn. Yes, we could do with some hand sanitizer. It's good to wash your hands, of course, but nevertheless it would be handy to have some gel. The alcohol content varies in hand sanitizers, and sometimes it isn't enough to be effective. Key points. Experts say hand sanitizers with 60 to 80% alcohol content are the most effective. Alcohol-free or low-alcohol sanitizers are particularly ineffective for protection against viruses. Experts say thorough hand washing is better than hand sanitizer. Well, fair enough, but it would be good to have some hand sanitizer because one gets tired of washing one's hands and you can take the skin off after a while, or you get dermatitis or whatever, you know. Many Australians are unaware, these flies are annoying me. Many Australians are unaware they are using hand sanitizer that is ineffective, particularly in preventing transmission of coronavirus, experts fear. Hand sanitizer has rapidly been selling out in shops for weeks, but there are concerns that variations in alcohol levels mean that some are not providing adequate protection. Well, I mean, we can't get any. We can't buy any. There's none in the supermarket in the nearest town to here. There's none in the local village. There's no toilet paper in the local... Well, let's not go there. Hand sanitizer, yes, has been rapidly selling out in shops for weeks, but there are concerns that variations in alcohol levels mean some are not providing adequate protection. It's dangerous in that they may not work anywhere near well, as you'd expect, Peter Collignon, Professor of Infectious Diseases at the Australian National University, said. Across Australia, there are thousands of products that are marketed as hand sanitizer, but not all are equal. The least effective are sanitizers that contain no alcohol. These are often chosen by customers who have suffered a reaction to alcohol-based products, but buyers are warned they offer a low level of protection. I think it might provide them with a false sense of security, Andrew McLaughlin from Sydney University School of Pharmacy said. If you're out and about and you need to use the bathroom, and you want to reduce your risk of infection or exposing yourself to bacteria, then the alcohol-free products are probably fine for that. But when it comes to viruses, where we're trying to inactivate them, that is much more effective with alcohol-based sanitizer. Low alcohol sanitizers, excuse me, now my voice has to go on me. Low alcohol sanitizers should be avoided. Experts warn not to reach for just any alcohol-based sanitizer. A nice smelling spray with 30% alcohol content can be virtually useless at killing viruses, particularly if used in the same doses as high alcohol content sanitizers usually are. 30% might be better than nothing, but it would take longer to work and require greater volume than an appropriate strength one, Professor Collignon said. The trouble with low alcohol sanitizers is that they might not have been tested or approved with data showing they will work, so they should be avoided if they can. Experts say the gold standard is sanitizer with 60 to 80% alcohol, the level required to kill the virus if it is on your hands. The high alcohol-based sanitizers are the most effective at killing not only the bacteria, but the particular types of virus, Professor McLaughlin said. They do so by disrupting their outer membranes or envelope, and that won't happen unless there's at least 60% alcohol content. So the outer envelope is a lipid or something, some sort of fat, isn't it? It's fatty, and the alcohol dissolves it. That's what soap does too. Too much alcohol is a problem too. What is not effective though is 100% alcohol, because water is necessary to make sanitizers effective. It's a message the World Health Organization, WHO, is hoping to get out with the release of formulas for making alcohol-based sanitizer at home. Yes, I've seen some people doing their own do-it-yourself sanitizers and lotions and sprays on YouTube. 100% alcohol is nowhere near as effective as 70%, for instance, so getting the right concentration is important, Professor Collignon said. Ultimately, the best way to stay safe is to stay at home, and when it comes to keeping hands clean, washing them thoroughly in soapy water is more effective than any hand sanitizer. None of them are helpful unless you're minimizing your touching practices and using good hand hygiene, Professor McLaughlin said. Well, I've got hay fever, and it's just been raining recently and everything's green, so I've got itchy eyes, itchy nose, itchy ears all the time. So, one is always inclined to touch one's face if one has hay fever. So making sure you're avoiding high-touch surfaces like ATMs, handrails, lift buttons, using other parts of your body like elbows, knees or feet to open doors, and also not touching your eyes, face and nose. These are the things that are so important. Well, we tried to buy some hand sanitizer at our local village store in the supermarket in nearby towns, but they don't have any sprays and they don't have any gels either. So I'm going to make my own. We tried to buy some on eBay, and we did buy some on eBay last night, but it will take a month to be up to 4 weeks to be delivered. And it was a ridiculous price too. I think it was 500 mils for $29.95. That's $30 for 500 mils, and it was another $13 for postage. And it's not going to be here overnight, it's going to be weeks. So I thought I'd make some gel of my own. That's what I thought I would do. My boyfriend's already made some spray, which is good for doorknobs and for spraying. That's 70% isopropyl alcohol, and it's 30% water, and just a teaspoon of glycerin added to that. That gives it a bit of moistness. I'm going to make some aloe vera out of my own aloe vera gel. That will be 60 to 80% isopropyl alcohol, and say 20%, if it's 80% alcohol, 20% aloe vera gel. 80, 90, 100, yes. Yes. So let's see how I can do that now. Look, I've got plenty of aloe vera. And yes, plenty of aloe vera here, and that'll make up 20% of the gel, won't it? What's a good leaf that I can take off? Oh, look, there we are. Look at that lovely gel. Look, all that lovely aloe vera gel. Come on. There's all that lovely aloe vera gel for free. That'll make a good gel. I'll use 20% aloe vera gel, and I'll use 80% isopropyl alcohol. That's what I'll do. So that's our recipe. This is from a nail salon. No, this was bought. It's from a nail salon apparently. Nails, clippers, whatever, cuticle, whatever. I had to have a new heatsink put in my laptop, and for some reason it had to be cleaned. It had to be cleaning done with isopropyl alcohol. This is 99% isopropyl alcohol. So my aloe vera gel recipe, hand sanitizer gel recipe, will be 20% aloe vera gel and 80% isopropyl alcohol, anything between 60 and 80% isopropyl alcohol. Now, we also made a spray. This was, what was this? This was 70% isopropyl alcohol, this spray. And it was 70% isopropyl alcohol, 30% water with a tiny bit of glycerin. This is glycerin, a little bit of glycerin that you get from the chemist. A bit of glycerin added to make it like a moisturizer. But I'm interested in using this one, aloe vera. Aloe vera contains water, of course. It's the water component that you'll need. So, it's starting to rain. So that's my recipe, folks. That's my recipe. It'll be 80% isopropyl alcohol and 20% aloe vera gel. Squeeze. Beautiful moisturizing gel. Isn't it lovely? And it's free. Eight parts isopropyl alcohol and 2 parts of this aloe vera gel. That should be nice. I'll see you then. It's starting to rain. It's starting to rain. I'll have to mash up this aloe vera gel a bit before I add the alcohol. See you then.